Uncle Marty here. This is the first video of a series I'm going to do for new guitarists, people who've never played before, and people that are just starting out. So this and this technique I'm going to show you is a new approach that I think people are going to enjoy, especially the new players that you know, just people that have always said, oh, I wish I could play guitar. You know, I've met a lot of those people over the years, and yeah, this could be for you. Anyway, what I'm going to teach you how to do is how to play those songs with what's called bar chords, right? So what we're going to learn is we're going to learn what the fingering is, all right, and what this hand's doing, how it's holding the pick, all right? We're just going to play in the down direction in a lot of cases. There's some upstroking, but generally it'll be in the down direction, and we're only hitting on the top 3 strings of the guitar, so you can forget the bottom half of the guitar. So for new people learning, I believe, this is my opinion, that I believe this is the best way to get started. As opposed to what the normal traditional route is, and what I figured out is that people always start with playing chords. I did 35 years ago. The first thing I did on a guitar was learn how to play open chords. You know, D, C, G, A minor, E, E minor, F, right? I learned all those stuff first. All the B's in there as well, I forgot. But that's how I started. And what happens is your fingers get really sore for starters. So for all you people, just, you know, you'll know, the guitarists, all the guitarists out there will know, oh, geez, yeah, I remember my fingers were sore. Well, with this technique, there's a chance, that you eliminate all of that sore fingers with this technique, okay? Because what you're doing is you're laying your finger down. You're making a bar. This is what's called a power chord. I don't know if I said that or not, but it's called a power chord. I'm going to pull these 2 fingers out of the way so you can see. But normally when I make the chord, the fingers are in that position, okay? But I'll just pull them out of the way so you can see. All right, let's steady this up here. There we go. Well, we're gonna also learn tablature as well, okay? And tablature is a numerical way of writing down notes on a piece of paper, okay? See, my finger here is in the 3rd position, 1, 2, 3. So this would be a 3 on the tab, would be written 3 on the tablature, okay? There's 6 lines which represent the 6 strings of the guitar, and then the number just is written as a 3, okay? So we're going to learn that tablature, because that way you don't have to learn any notes. You don't have to learn any notes. A, B, C, D, what? Huh? Hang on, C and B are together, and E and F are together. What do you mean? And what's the sharps and the flats? You know, it's very confusing from the get-go. So hang on a minute, what the sharps and the flats and the what? Huh? Right? This way, all we'll do is all we do with this technique is we learn numbers. Right? We'll forget about the notes. I won't even tell you what the notes are. Right? We're just going to learn the numbers. And this one here is a 3. Okay? That's it. That's a 3. Right? This one, if you move that down, yeah, you got it. It's a 5. Right? If I slide it all the way up here, it's a 3. Okay? So, when we're going to learn Eye of the Tiger, okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to learn Eye of the Tiger, and Eye of the Tiger goes 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 1. How easy is that? And all you got to do is you just take this shape, and all you're doing is sliding it up. See? 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1. You know, Smoke on the Water is hang on, I've got to do this on the fly because I haven't got it written down, but Smoke on the Water is 3, 6, 8. Anyway, yeah, Smoke on the Water. Trust me to pick a hard one. Well, no, that Metallica one. we'll cycle back to that. I've got to write it down on the tablature and then I can teach it. Sorry. This is going to be I'm going to enjoy myself. All right. I'm not going to. There's no editing involved here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just make some short videos and then I'm going to stitch them all together. Okay. This is just low budget. See, I haven't figured out how to edit any. My tongue. I haven't figured out editing yet, but I wanted to get some content. I wanted to get some content out there. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do it raw. And that's it. It is what it is. Anyway, back to the lesson. We're going to learn this really, really quickly because the numbers are easy. All you're doing is making it a thing. And you can go back to learning your other stuff as well, but use this as well. But for people who want to, like, honestly, if you want to learn how to play guitar, I'm going to teach you how to play guitar, right? In literally the next 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, all right? Because everyone can do this. Right, there you go. You've just learnt a song. It's that easy, right? 5, 3, 1. All right. I've got my whiteboard here. You guys are going to see the whiteboard as we go. I've got tablature. We're going to have tablature lesson quickly. I'm just going to keep an eye on the time. Yep. So fingers, bar chords, different approach. First lesson. Boom. All right. I'll come back to you in a second. All right. We're going to learn how to hold the pick. Okay. No, let's just do that right now. We're on. Okay. It looks like that when you're holding the pick. All right. From where you see it, when you're looking down on it, yeah, you see this, okay, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate. You can hold it whichever way you want. This is just how I do it, all right. And the same with all of this lesson. This is just how I do it. You can adapt to suit yourself. But anyway, back to the pick really quickly. What you want to achieve is that much sticking out. You can have a little bit more sticking out if that's how you feel. Right? That's fine. Okay? This is a Jimmy Dunlop pick. Okay? See, it's got Jimmy Dunlop written on it, and it makes it really rough and easy to hold. Okay? So you want to have the pick like that. Okay? And if I just take my thumb away really quickly, you can just see where the pick is sitting in my finger there, see? Right? My finger's bent around, and then I'm just laying my thumb, right? And laying my thumb just straight over the top. Oh, you can see that Jimmy Dunlop there now. Look at that. See, it's rough. Makes it easy to hold. This is a 1mm, the black. They do them in about 6 different colours, and each colour is a different thickness. So this is what would be called a medium hard. If you like something that's a bit softer, get something that's a bit softer. It's light grey, and then it's white. I think it goes white, light grey, black, brown, and there's a few colours in between, but they're your 4 main ones. So if you want a white one that's nice and that's flexible, that's fine. Just use that, whatever you like. But I use black, okay? I have used brown before. It's a bit full-on brown. All right. So pick, awesome. I'm going to clean off this whiteboard, and I'm going to come back with some numbers on the tablature, and I'm going to show you where to put your fingers, and then that's it. You can play a song. It is that simple. All right, I'll be back. Okay, just a quick familiarization of the guitar. Just continuing on. So see, on the guitar you've got the dots there, okay? All right, and that's a double dot, and that is 12, okay? But I'm going to grab the whiteboard now. I just wanted to show you that the guitar has the dots on there, all right? And then we're going to go to the whiteboard. Put that in there, we go, okay. Right, so just to show you that's how it works out, that's how you're going to read it. It's going to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, all right, which just correlate to the dots that I've just shown you. This is basically a guitar neck here, all right? So well, I'm going to show you the tablature in a second. I'm just going to scrub this out. I had this done for a previous lesson. I was going to continue on with another series, and I had this all written down anyway. So I thought, you know what, yeah, you know what, I'll just do a quick, before I get rid of this or we move on to the other end, I thought I'll just do a quick bit here, just a familiarization, basically just so that we all understand that this is the positioning we're dealing with, you know, from 1 to 12, okay? And with the guitar, basically all that happens is that it repeats itself again, right? Most guitars have 24 frets or 22 frets, so just when you get to 12, it just starts again, that's all. So you only have to learn the first 12, okay? And also the top, this is the top string, the big fat one, which is an E string. This string here, the fat one, and the very thin, the really thin string are exactly the same string, note-wise, position-wise, and everything. Is that 1 here is also 1 here, and 3 is here, and 5 is there, and so on and so forth on the really thin string, which will make more sense later when I start to explain the bar chords and how they work. So just to keep that in mind. This is, yep, so we're going to move on. All right, thanks. All right, moving on. Woohoo! This is going to be really good. Alrighty, Uncle Marty's back. Okay, so we're just going to have a quick look at this, what we're doing with this hand before we move on to this hand. We'll get this sorted out. So basically, you're holding onto the pick like I showed you, and then all you're doing is, you can't see it. There you go. Okay, so I've got a little bit of angle on my pick. Right, see, there's just pick's got a little bit of an angle on it when I'm hitting. Right, it just seems to go over. Makes it go over the strings a little bit easier. Okay, so all you're doing is you're resting your palm on the strings. Okay, right. It's called vamping. Okay, so what it is see, it rings out and then. Right, so we're going to learn the vamping straight up because it's pivotal to all guitar playing. And you know what? This is a lesson for absolute beginners, but I want you guys to get good technique straight away because I believe that with this technique, you can play more songs straight away. I just played 3 or 4 easy ones. There is hundreds of songs. Once you figure out, oh, hang on a minute, yeah, that's that there and that's that there. Honestly, you can play more songs, and that's what I think you'd be more inclined to continue on with your guitar journey if you've got if you can play some songs, because it makes it more interesting. You can jam along with the radio, you can get some backing tracks, you know, you can do all your other lessons and you know, and I'll continue on. The next series will be open chords, right? We'll get that far, but for now, we're just going to get this going. But yeah, just so you basically just showing you that my hand is just sitting there like that, you know, because what I'm demonstrating is that it's not really moving that much, right? Dab, 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 dab. So we're doing Eye of the Tiger, honestly, obviously. Am I actually vamping? moving right along. Here we go. Okay, so we're just going to start with one finger first. All right, just to get, we'll build up to two. Okay, so just for starters, what we're going to do is, and I've got the tablature written out there. I can show you what this looks like. But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to lay our finger on there, right? And all we really want to do is hold this one here down, right? See, this would be a 2, see, on the second string, right? So all we really want to do is hold that 2 down and play the top 2 strings. It sounds like this. Super easy. Sounds cool. All right. It's an E. All right. So I will tell you what we are doing along the way. You can pick it up. It's an E. Okay. So we're just going to start with that one finger. All right. And then we're going to move on to having that. I mean, it's a huge. This is going to be difficult. All right. So I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to pause. All right. So you guys can get your hand around it. You can do it. Just do it there in the 3 position. I don't want to confuse anything. This is just a bare bones. We're going to go on a great journey, but for starters, we're going to work on this. You can hold the pick down direction, 2 strings, 3 at the most, right? See, when you get this set up, you're only really holding 1 string here. Right, because this one here is holding 2 strings. Because remember, we were only talking about playing the top 3 strings, right? 1, 2, 3. E, A, D. Okay, so we're only talking about playing the top 3 strings. So, but for this lesson and forever on, I want you to try and learn how to make that bar. Okay, it should sound like this when you've got it right, and it is really tricky. It's going to give you some finger strength, but just persevere with it, okay? And just muck around with it so you can do this with it, so you can get it clean, basically like this. If you don't fret it properly, that'll sound all over the shop. I'll see if I can do it. You don't have to really push. Also, I'll just flip around and show you where my thumb is, okay? See, I'm squeezing. Right? I'm squeezing the neck. That's all I'm doing. Let's just think about that for a second. Right? Take your 2 fingers. Right? take your 2 fingers and then just lay it in that 3 position. Okay, lay it there. For starters, let's just concentrate on getting the top 3 strings. Top 3 strings. It's only going to be 1 because you got to put the other one. You're going to put your other finger there. I'm just getting these ones out of the way. Oh, sorry. Options. You do have the option. I'm going to pull this out of the way. There you go. Sorry, I should have been clear on this from the word go. This is the other option for making the shape. And I'm going to talk about that for a second. This is a shape. It's a shape like any other shape. An open shape. This is a power chord shape. And there is the bar chord shape. Okay? Which we will progress to next. Okay? But this is the power chord shape. And you can make the shape with this finger or this finger. Okay? I use the pinky, right, for 2 reasons. It's a little bit easier because to see how the shape is more box form, right, as opposed to it being like that. Now there are advantages too. There are advantages as well. Oh, sorry about my camera work. There are advantages as well because this can stretch down to there. This pinky, eventually you will use that, right, for blues. Okay. So that pinky gets used eventually, okay? In every position, that pinky is all over the shop. So that is one advantage of playing it like that, is that you always have the pinky available, okay? Which makes really, really good sense as a guitar player. So with me using the pinky, okay, I am at a slight disadvantage because if I need to switch out to play the blues, see? Well, I do that. Sorry, I've got to look at this, otherwise it's no good, but I'll show you when it's all happening fast, right? I need to switch out, and I'll show you what I mean. When I go... So, but I've been doing that for 35 years, and it's easy for me to switch out. But in the onus of being full disclosure as part of a basic learning thing, I'm telling you that they are the two options. Sorry, I want to make sure, yeah, that you either do it like that. Now, you can try it like that, okay? If it feels comfortable and you can do it, then great, do it. Right? But keep in mind, also, see, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. When you start playing bar chords, that's right. I remember now. I remember why there was a pro to using your pinky. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to go to the third position so that it keeps it all fairly standard. So here I am back in the third position, playing a bar chord. Look at my pinky. Right? You got to get a bit of dexterity there, but that's all right. That'll come. Look at where my pinky is. It's there in that box. See, there it is in that box-shaped position. Right? If I take my fingers away, there's the box, see? So, using your pinky for your power chord, okay, leaves you open to not have to retrain to come back to doing bar chords. So, there's your two options. Sorry for confusing you, but let's just address it. You can do it this way or you can do it that way. Your decision. But now you have all the information in that there are advantages to both and disadvantages to both. There you go. Pick one. If you like it, use it. If it works, use it. Like I say, I'm not going to tell you how to play it, but I'm just going to tell you how I play it. Okay, there we go. Wow, I don't know. I'm just going to post that because, you know, that's a good rhetoric on certain things on guitar. Now that just goes to prove that this thing is an absolute delight to play, right? And an absolute nightmare sometimes to learn, because there is so much to learn. It is an absolutely fantastic instrument, right? Because you can do so much with it. It's just so cool. So anyway, decisions made, whatever. Okay, wow. We'll just come back to, all right, there it is, in the third position. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there, but we'll use it. It's good footage. Funny. All right, here we go. Third position. All right, chum. I'm going to grab my whiteboard. Yep, go. going good on time. All right. So that's the tablature and how it's written. All right. This is the 1 position, okay, and see how this is basically, this is your guitar, your 6 strings, obviously. The fat one is on the top and the thin one is on the bottom, all right? E, A, D, G, B, E, all right? And just, you want to take a screenshot of that or whatever. I'll get my finger out of the way. Click. All right, so the tablature. See, it's 1 and 1, and the bar is represented by that, okay? But it's not, I haven't represented it on the 2nd finger. But there's the shape. I'm going to go back to my guitar, but there is the shape. 1 and 3, 3 and 5, and 5 and 7, and so on and so forth. That shape just repeats on itself, okay? And then just going over to the E that we were talking about before, there's the A underneath it. So, and I'm going to just mention that as well while we're there. But there's the E, that shape that we made at the beginning of the lesson. So screenshot that. That can be made as a bar or it can be made as an open chord. The A, I have never played it as an open chord. I've always barred the A. But yeah. See, that's an E power chord, and just so we don't get confused, that is an E power chord, right? Because hang on, I gotta bar it. Oh, bummer. Hang on, gotta get the cap off me thing. Oh, this is riveting, Marty. Yeah, bloody excellent. Okay, so there would be a little bar there. I've just written. Oh, it's an upside down smiley face. So yeah. In the tablature or whatever, every time you see that little string line that's going between 2 things, that represents a bar. Same with the A here. If you put a little string line on the A, that just represents that it's a bar, okay? And then you play it with 1 finger. Right? Bar, bar. Pretty easy. So that's represented as a bar, as an E power chord. But that is an open E minor, right? Which is written with the little M underneath the E, E minor. So I'll just show you that now as well. Alright, so there's your E minor, okay? So you can, see, play it as an open chord like that. That is E minor, okay? But you can also play it as a bar chord, because if you take your finger and put it on top of the nut, see, there's the shape, see? Right. All I've done is I've slid it so far. See, if you slide it all the way up, keep sliding. That's because remember, this finger here is representing that bar. That's why you can move it, right? Because it's a movable object. Because of the bar, you're moving the bar, and technically that's the reason why you can do it. So if you slide it past the point where the bar is where this bar is no longer needed, and you're in that position, then that's the bar chord. Right, you just pretend that your finger is there. Alright, so that's how that works out. It's really weird, but it's 2 chords anyway. And the A is played like that. See, that's down on in this position here. Alright, on the right, and this is an open. This is an A. This 2nd string. This 2nd string from the top is an A string, and then you're playing the A bar chord, which is the same as doing that, like I did before. See, that's the shape, just down 1. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but just for musical purposes, is you can play a power chord in this position, right, with your finger on that string there, or you can play a power chord with your finger down there on that 3rd one, right? And that's another whole row of notes again. So you just double up. You've just doubled up on everything you learn on the top. You drop it down 1, and you get a whole nother lot of notes. And just for note purposes, this is the G, and if you drop it down to there, then it's a C. Okay, so that's great for songs with a G and a C in it. You can just rock between the 2. See, I just switched out there, and I lost a bit of my momentum. So that just proves that possibly for some people, using this shape might be a little bit better for them. But then the open one puts you in that position, which is stupid. You need to come back to this one. So just remember that as well. Don't ever use one of these. Although, actually, I need to cover off on that too. We'll get to that when we get to bar chords, all right? So anyway, we're in the 5 position, okay? That's the shape. I've showed you all the tablature on the thing, all right? So all we're going to do now is learn the eye of the tiger. That's it, okay? And we'll just do that straight away. And it's 5. All right, and have I got that written down for you? No, I'll take a break. I'll come back. Okie dokie. I'm just going to see if I can get it all in so you can get a screenshot of the whole thing. Get up a little bit. Just go in a touch. Oh, yeah, okay, there. Click. Up a touch. Click, click, clickety, click, click. Alright, sweet. Okay. So, Eye of the Tiger. There's 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 1. Alright? And it's 4, 4 in the timing. So basically you just counted 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4 means a time signature. All music has a time signature. Okay, and it's sorry, I should have written that down. It's written 4, 4 like that. That's the time signature, which basically represents how the song is counted, how fast the song, how the feel of the song is, basically. So rock and roll 4, 4, right? So we don't need to get too fixated on that. I just wanted to say that you have to count in music, okay? That's where all your timing comes from. So counting is something that you need to do. I've always been able to do it fairly internally. And what I mean by that is that I'm one of these lucky people that have a natural rhythm. It's a time clock in my head, so to speak, that I can just sit on a rhythm, and I can just feel it. And I'm not the only one in the world. There's, like I say, there's people that can and people that can't. Now, sorry, for the people that can't, then counting is very important for those people, because you will build an internal clock. Right? Some people have it naturally, some people don't have it naturally, but you can build one. You can, right? Tapping your foot is very good, just to get the timing right, and timing is important. So count, that's how you count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, bump, 3, 4, bump, 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 2, dun, 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 dun. So you've just got that count in your head, which helps. So anyway, I'm going to pick up my guitar in a second. And one thing I haven't addressed on the board here is this row of letters. Okay, and I will address it because it all correlates to the tablature. And I said we would do tablature because that's just easy to learn numbers than it is to learn letters. But I'll just tell you what it is, so you're not thinking, what the hell is that? Okay, and it's not daunting. Don't worry about it. It's really easy. Okay, so it goes F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and open E. Sorry. And then there's the sharps, right? And if you point it back the other way, it's a flat. I don't want to waste too much time on that. I just wanted to sort of just illustrate. I'd already illustrated it before, but that was basically it, that this correlates to that. So when you see a piece of music or something and you've got a chord progression and it's you don't have tablature for it, which happens a lot. Sometimes you'll get lyrics with chords written over the top. And I'm sure some of you have seen that. So it's handy to know that, okay, in the 3rd position, that is a G. So that when you're on the internet surfing around and you find a song that you really like, you go, I love that song. Oh yeah, okay, it goes C A G. Oh yeah, C A G. Right, okay, so I can work out, that's 8-5-3. Sounds like a AC/DC song. So it's handy to know those, and I would encourage everybody to learn those. And I'll put the second string up, but all the opens are E, A, D, G, B, E, right? And then you've got your top string. There's all the letters. I'm going to cycle back to that. Obviously, this will be a guitar series, but we can touch on bits and pieces as we go. But Eye of the Tiger. Let's just quickly do that, and then I think I'm going to leave you with that. Eye of the Tiger. You can learn that song. And then I'll pick another good one. Maybe might do Smoke on the Water next, because I touched on that before. And Smoke on the Water is a great song. I'm going to show it to you in bar chord form. It's not the way they play it on the record, alright? But I'm going to show it to you in bar chord form because it's a really good exercise to play it in bar chord form, because I even struggled before, because I don't normally play that. I start with an open G. So I'll show you both ways in the next series. All right. Not Michelle. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to grab the guitar. We're going to do Eye of the Tiger, and then we're done for this one. Thanks, guys. All right, cool. So we've got the positioning. We've got the shape. We've got the pick. All right. We're in the fifth position now. All right. We address the dots, obviously. Okay. So see, there's a dot there, so 5, 3, 1. Okay, so there's no confusion that you're always going to be on a dot. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Alright, so we're on the dot, on the third dot, fifth string, 5, got our position. Alright, now this song actually has quite a lot of stuff going on with the right hand. Okay. But just for starters, we'll just get the basic. Okay, and I just played it through about 3 or 4 times, and it's sort of hard to take out some of the stuff that you feel like should be in there. So just sort of play it comfortably, and if you feel like you need to hit it again, then just let it flow. All right, just go down. Obviously, all down strokes, but just if you'll see what I mean. I'll just play it through. You'll see that there's going to be occasional where I'm going to hit it again, or what I'm also doing is I'm vamping some of it as well. So I'm stopping the strings from ringing by using the palm of my hand there. Okay, and that's a technique that you're gonna use heaps. So get used to doing it. That when you slow for you now, see it? So that's all muted, that is all muted. You're using the palm of your hand. Alright. And then you're picking, see? Alright, so that's a technique that you need to learn, that I'm teaching you. That's the technique there. So we're going to do that, and here we go. I'll just play it through super slow, because that's how I want you guys to practice it. Super slow. Never worry about the speed. All right? Getting faster, I mean. Never worry about getting up to it being the right speed. When you're learning, learn everything slow. All right? I'm the worst for it. I'll be learning a lead break or something, and I just can't wait to get it blistering, and it's just messy and blah blah blah, and you got to go back anyway. So try and delay the speed picking up. You want to just do it at a nice steady pace. So anyway, I'm going to play it for you now. work on that. There is an upstroke scuff as well. So let me play it how I would play it if the band was going, right? Let's do that. Yeah, I'll play it how it would be played, and just look for the occasional upstroke. Checka checka, jacka jacka jam, checka jam jam jam. Anyway, I'll play it. So there's quite a bit going on there, and I think I should teach that. So I'm going to get that on a board, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing there, because there's no point me moving on and you're going to be like, oh man, what's he doing? Because that's the other thing, is that a lot of people say to me, when I'm teaching them guitar, I get a lot of, I don't know what to do with this hand. You know, they're all over it here, but this hand's like, they're like, So I'm going to address that in the next series. I might get this posted. You can see the position. You've got the thing. So what I want you to do now, before the next lesson, is just get that position right. Okay. Start playing through the progression. All right. Work on the E, that open E, and that A. All right. Oh, and there, I'm introducing the first time that you don't hit the big string. I think I mentioned that as well, is that don't forget that A, when you play that A down in that position, you're not playing the big fat string. All right? And that's a really cool, and that open A is really nice. Listen to this, and what you can do with it as well, especially with using extra notes and stuff on it, all right? So, yeah, I'm going to play a few sevenths and a couple of bits and pieces there, but yeah, so that A is really cool. And what I'm doing it off this little finger here anyway. You'll see, I'll come a bit closer and try and get it for you. So yeah, that A is really cool. And for the first time, we're introducing the leaving out of that top string, see? So when you come down on the A, whoop, you're not hitting the top string, see? Alright? That's where your accuracy, you can work on your accuracy and not pick up that big fat string. See, I've just played all of that stuff and I haven't hit that fat string once. Okay? Now I'm achieving that by having control of my hand position. See how I'm only just moving, right? Now I'm using an electric, but you can do this on your acoustic as well. Alright, but that's it there, just with the hand. I don't know if I like. So you can work on that. Alright, I think I covered it all. I got it all done in an afternoon. So thanks a lot, guys. This will be the first of many, hopefully. Like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Make an old man happy. Uncle Marty, over and out.